A book, Humility in Diplomacy, published by a seasoned diplomat, Ambassador BELLO Kazaure, has been officially presented to the public. The book, which has about 280 pages with 13 chapters, chronicles the man as a refined emissary in 3 decades in foreign service to Nigeria. Topsy Gimba attended the public presentation and now reports.
The author of the book, Humility Diplomacy, Ambassador BELLO Kazaure, said his 30 years in diplomatic service needed to be chronicled for both career diplomats and non-career diplomats. He said the experiences he gathered throughout his service years were as a result of humility and needed to be written for the younger generation. He described humility as a veritable tool in foreign relations, practices to achieve results for one's country. He said he was able to achieve a lot for the country when he served in such places as Zimbabwe, India, Kuwait, Japan, and Australia.
Because in the course of my career, I faced a lot of challenges, intimidation, harassment, but I decided to be humble. That is why I'm humble as of today. Let me quote my dad when I'm going for the first assignment in Zimbabwe. He said, go to Zimbabwe and make friends. Go to Zimbabwe and make friends. Go to Zimbabwe and make friends. He repeated it 3 times. And because of that, I think in all the 5 missions I served, while I was living, you will see people crying because of my humbleness to the local staff and the home-based officers.
He thanked President Muhammadu Buhari for appointing him as High Commissioner of Nigeria to Australia, which he described as a peak of his career. He expressed satisfaction with a number of personalities among the audience, particularly diplomats of many countries.
The motivation behind the writing of this book was to share my wealth of experience with all and sundry, and most importantly, to those who might walk the same path as I did.
The book reviewer, Professor Bola Akinterewa, who was represented by Dr. Omotola Elishemi of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, said the book is a masterpiece well chronicled of a man who could combine being a father and achieving much as an ambassador. Professor Akinterewa recommended the book for those in foreign service.
To be a public servant, you have to be a person that serves without seeking reward. You must be a true patriot. He must be humble. Humility is very key to him. He must also be determined and also forge alliances. And so that philosophy, I think, is very crucial, not only for people seeking, a career in the diplomatic service, for Nigerians.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, in his welcome address, agreed that Ambassador BELLO Kazaure is a refined diplomat with whom he had opportunity to work with. Mr. Onyema said it takes exceptional intelligent person like Ambassador Kazaure to combine being a father, a diplomat, and writing a book that can be used globally.
Something that's very important, a tool for generations to come, and history, a testament to a very important period in the life of not just himself and the country, but also where the world is at this particular period of time, and his contribution to developments during this period.
Also, the Minister of the FCT administration, Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, whose presence was well noted, expressed satisfaction with the author for putting his ideas into a book chronicle to entice readers seeking knowledge.
And liaison with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and that is where the qualities of Ambassador Bello came out very clearly. Very patriotic, hardworking public officer. And I want to use this opportunity on behalf of all the residents of the Federal Capital Territory to congratulate him for this very laudable work.
The Emir of Kano, His Royal Highness Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, said he is fascinated by the title of the book and recommended it for both diplomats and non-career diplomats.
Certainly it is a book that whoever reads it will gain a lot out of it, not only the researchers, not only the diplomats, but even the students who read it, especially when it comes to international relations. I'm sure we'll learn a lot from it
Also speaking, the Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman HUSSEINI Ademu, the Chairperson, Nigeria Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, the classmate of the author in the university, Alhaji Bala Muhammad Salawa, his son, Mr. HUSSEINI Bello HUSSEINI, and his daughter, Miss Fadausi Bello HUSSEINI, spoke much about the qualities of the author and the book.
We're a country where we don't pay so much attention to history, but when we write such books, some people will get an inspiration. So I hope that this book will be an inspiration to his children, to our children, to our community, and to the younger Nigerians at large.
And as the Chief of Protocol for the Foreign Affairs, he did his job excellently and marvelously well. So putting this book together, there's a lot for all of us to learn about how to be humble when you're in service, dedication to service, and you never know where such virtues will take you.
Outside the foreign service, when you talk about humility, that is diplomacy, because it indicates and it shows how you relate with people, and that what will allow you to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
He's more of a speaker than a writer for the most part, but he surprised me with the book encompassing most of his life and how he achieved in a political and diplomatic aspect. It's a very big, very beautiful book.
He's been telling us the reason why we are who we are is because of the effort that he's put. So since his children, he has taken his life lessons and given us to us, and we worked with that, in all honesty, yes.
The impressive attendance also had of the chairman of Azam Air, who bought a copy of the book for 10 million naira. Topsy Gimba, ASO Television News.